Howdy once again, Indie Warriors! It's time for the upcoming indie game releases for the week of March 27th through the 31st as we head into April. March went by pretty fast this year, but before we get into all the latest indies, we do want to take a brief moment to thank our wonderful indie sponsor this week, Odime Games. This developer will be releasing action shoot-'em-up Solbane on March 31st, which also features RPG elements. Yeah, I'm all about that. Solbane is a brutally difficult boss rush space shooter with retro flair, designed to send you back to the good old days of arcades in the late 80s and early 90s, in terms of gameplay anyways. That's right, because the visuals have been updated so they won't feel like they came out of a different time period altogether. Solbane features 14 bosses in total for you to try and take down, which certainly won't be easy, but thankfully you'll have 3 different pilots to choose between, along with 50 different abilities to utilize. Choose between the Aggressor, the Valkyrie, or the Architect as you attempt to save the solar system from certain doom. You can customize your ship for close-ranged attacks, or even fight from a distance. The options will feel endless. This makes Solbane a shooter that suits a wide variety of playstyles, so shooter fans of all shapes and sizes can enjoy this one. Do you think you'll be able to survive this gauntlet of bosses? Are you quaking in fear just thinking about what they're gonna do to your poor spaceship? Don't worry, you totally got this. I have faith. Head on over to the Steam page if you're interested and wishlist Solbane right now. Once again, the game releases on the 31st of March 2023, and we thank the very talented folks over at Odime Games for sponsoring this video. Alright, with that out of the way, it's on to the indies. Let's hop right into it this week, folks, starting with the much-anticipated Metroidvania adventure title, 9 Years of Shadows. Featuring a gorgeous art style and a lo-fi soundtrack, you'll be battling to restore color to a lifeless world. You and your ghostly friend will attempt to end this 9-year curse by slashing down foes and using powerful projectile attacks. There are also a ton of elemental armors to collect in this massive world. Very much looking forward to playing this gorgeous-looking title. Have you dreamed of renovating a sports facility? You know, I never really thought about it, but I suppose that could be a video game, why not? Arena Renovation launches into early access on the 27th. Paint walls, fix floors, restore buildings to former glory. It's all up to you, so get creative with it and try to remain calm at all times. You got this. From renovating arenas to exorcising demons, next we have a disturbing co-op horror game also entering early access, Demonologist. You and up to 3 friends will use a variety of equipment to banish these lost souls once and for all. With random events and voice interactions, this should be a blast to play with a group of ghost hunting friends.
Wishlist now on Steam.
Bit of a change of pace here. Terra Nil is an environmental strategy title where you try to restore lost lands. This is also a change of pace for publisher Devolver Digital. The game looks deep with intricate systems, and the nice thing here is that a portion of your purchase will be going towards the Endangered Wildlife Trust Fund. Now you can not only play a cool looking game, but you can also feel good about where your money's going. This looks lovely.
Restoration endeavor is to bring back water and plant life.
And no matter what environment you're in, you'll need to generate electricity from the natural power around you. Now, use toxin scrubbers to cleanse the soil and sea.
Racing and deck building and roguelite action, that's what Death Road's tournament is all about. This interesting combination has me intrigued, as the game will have you shooting down foes, avoiding obstacles, using your cards, and, well, trying not to get completely destroyed. Almost like a Twisted Metal card game or something, looking kinda rad. A magical inn awaits in Innchanted, an adorable-looking title that even includes co-op for up to 4 players. Make an assortment of potions, cook delicious meals, battle enemies? Well, it's mostly cozy and casual, as you can also make critical choices and even upgrade and decorate your inn together. I'm getting sleepy now. Everything is tiny. Smalland, Survive the Wilds, hits early access on the 29th, and it's a base-building survival game. Craft weapons, tame creatures, hell, even ride them. For a game with small in the title, it seems to pack a great deal of content. You don't have to survive alone because up to 10 players can join in with multiplayer, so y'all should honestly be prepared for a big adventure. Don't let the name fool ya. Yet another early access release, Raidborn, is an action RPG with all the essentials. Score gear? Check. Take down enemies with your giant sword? Double check. Level up system? You betcha. With 20 hours of gameplay, procedurally generated dungeons, and lots of dungeon crawling, fans should know what to expect.
All of Runia is counting on you.
Tetsuo Kaneda! Sorry, I can't not think of Akira when I see Gripper. This is a single-player action title with bullet hell elements and a fantastic art style. Take on giant bosses while riding your bike and unravel a cinematic story through great-looking cutscenes. I'm really curious how this is going to play, so keep it locked to I Dream of Indie Games for even more coverage of Gripper. A single-player roguelite seeping in Scandinavian folklore is next with Ravenbound. With a great-looking fantasy setting, I have had my eye on this game for a bit now. The game will have permadeath and a massive open world for players to explore. Might be a bit tough for me, but that doesn't mean I won't give it the old college try. A fishing game? Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but Dredge is something much, much more. These waters host dark secrets that players will need to discover. Improve your fishing rod and try to collect over 125 sea creatures in this sinister deep sea adventure title that at least looks unique. Yet another early access release, we have open world RPG Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. This fantasy world hosts many monsters and ruins to be explored. After the death of King Arthur, hope has been lost amongst humans, not to mention there's a plague. Create a custom character while making important narrative choices in this vast adventure title.
Are you here to help me leave this place?
It's against nature.
Weirdness cannot bring back the dead. The only thing it can bring is misery.
Why are you here?
I need you to kill King Arthur.
It never ends well.
An engineering sandbox for you to play in awaits, with Plasma also launching into early access. Plasma is looking very fun for those of you that are into robotics and customization, and with Steam Workshop integration, you'll be able to share your amazing creations with the rest of the world. The Last Worker is a narrative adventure title where you try to survive a world that's becoming fully automated. An interesting premise, to say the least, accompanied by 3D characters and environments crafted by comic book legend Mick McMahon of Judge Dredd fame. You have some other notable writers and directors involved with this project, the likes of which have worked on The White King, The Exorcist Legion, and Hotel R&R, just to name a few. The game will also be playable in VR, so strap on those headsets.
That's the kind of stuff you were saying.
Next time we do that, send me straight to recycling.
Here's a game that looks right up my alley, as I love a good cinematic platformer. Lunark, being published by WayForward, looks straight out of the 90s. You'll need all of your platforming skills to get through this one, with plenty of puzzles to solve and a great pixel art aesthetic that has me eager to get my greedy little mitts on this. Alright, last one for this week from Freedom Games comes an action RPG with beat-em-up mechanics. Troublemakers also looks like a game I would love playing. As the description says, this game is all about beating the crap out of each other. What more do you need to know? Well, you also need to succeed in school and create lasting friendships, you know, all that stuff too. So don't go punching everyone in the face. And that's gonna do it for this week, folks. As always, thank you so much for supporting clickbait-free independent content right here at I Dream of Indie Games. Help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming by hitting the subscribe button or heading on over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where we will defeat the gaming echo chamber together, and we will see you on the channel.